Hello, everyone, and welcome to ROKStudios. I'm Stan Miller. I'm the PR and Analyst Relations Manager for Rockwell Automation in the EMEA region. And I'm joined today by Franceso Marchioni. He is the CEO of Max. Francesco, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate being here today.
We're excited to have you because we've got a really interesting topic. It's about preventing supply chain shortages with predictive maintenance. But before we get into the topic, could you just tell us a little bit about your company?
Sure, Maxa is producing flexible material machine for pouches. So we are basically in dye pack machine, stand-up pouch. As well, we have a division dedicated in chocolate wrapping.
Okay, that's great context for our conversation. So, supply chain is a business critical issue on the minds of many people. Let's talk about some of the challenges. What are the challenges that you've seen emerge from the supply chain disruptions of the past few years?
The past has been a disaster in terms of supply chain, especially for electronic equipment. And post-COVID time is not finished yet. So our company, and generally speaking, we have to think to have material components in advance. So we have to be prepared to have parts, even for machines are not sold, and even for machine that can have problem at the customer sites. So that challenge is to purchase the right equipment in advance to be prepared to have any emergence that can come out to cover problem to our customers, and even to be prepared to produce new machines in our company as soon as the orders are coming in.
That's great context for us to have. This is an issue affecting so many companies, arguably all companies. How can predictive maintenance help lessen the impact of these disruptions on manufacturing operations?
It can help a lot. I would say that is the only way to solve the matter. Being aware in advance of a component that can fail or something that is close to have a problem is the only way to prepare the stock, the parts that need to be replaced in the machine. It's not an easy job because the machine is made by a number of components, that is mechanical parts and electronical parts. So having the possibility to predict what can be the lifetime of a component or the shape of a component during the machine running is a key thing. Is the only way today to know in advance what it is gonna need, and it needs to be done because the supply chain is still in trouble. So it's not easy to purchase today something that a few years ago was ready in the shelf. It can be picked up in 1 hour. Today it probably needs months, for sure weeks. So in order to avoid to have a machine stop and a huge production line that is not working, we must know in advance what can be broken and what is going to be broken in a short time.
That's a great overview. And not to get too technical, but I'm really interested to understand how this can help manufacturers acquire the key parts for when they need them most. Maybe there's an example you'd like to provide, or just some general thoughts on that.
Absolutely, yes. Basically, machineries today has monitoring systems in order to see if a component like a motor or a cam box or a gear can fail by measuring its behavior. So how much power has been absorbed, how many cycles it has done, vibrations that can be on the machine are a signal that the company is going to fail in a while. That operator can have real time on machine panel HMI, a clear signal that a specific device is gonna have troubles in a while. So they first can make an intervention in order to inspect, and they can also have in a sort of priority list to be sure that this component will be available on the right time. And we can also have something more than especially on Evolute machine, the most modern machine, this system can be linked to a supplier store RPM that is giving the availability of the component in real time to the customer. So customer knows if this component is available or not, and he can decide to buy directly, or if it's going to be finishing in the stock of the supplier, he can prepare himself.
That's amazing. Let's talk about some of the benefits. What are the benefits of this predictive approach to part acquisition and what that effect it can have on operational efficiency?
Oh, first of all, there are two main things. In the past, you should buy a lot of things because you really don't know what will be failing and what will be going to be broken in a while. So you should make a sort of statistic list and buying a lot of spare parts because nobody knows what will be the one that is going to be broken. Today, you have a specific idea of what is the oldest one, what is the most critical one, so you can just buy what it needs. So it's a lot of saving in money and very big simplification of the purchase chain for the customer. The customer really can focus only in keeping in his stock or in buying in advance just what is really needed, not going spread or randomly throughout the many components of the machine. That is a strong help. And then is being focused, knowing exactly what you need, knowing exactly if the component that is in need is going to be available or obsolete, for instance. So that is making the guys, our customers, being absolute saving money, basically, saving money and time, and keeping the spares in a small number instead of a huge number, probably having the right one and not having something that is missing, even if you are storing a huge quantity of parts.
Francesco, this has been a great overview of how technology can have just such a direct outcome on the bottom line. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
It's been a pleasure being here.
And thank you for watching. If you'd like to learn more about predictive maintenance technologies, visit www.rockwellautomation.com.